15 revolutionary decluttering techniques to cut cleaning time in half. Stop everything you're doing right now and imagine this. What if I reveal to you the exact secret that allows some people to finish their entire house cleaning in just 45 minutes while others struggle for hours and still feel defeated? What if I told you that the difference has absolutely nothing to do with expensive cleaning products, fancy tools, or even cleaning techniques themselves? The shocking truth is that people who have spotless, organized homes year-round have mastered something completely different. They've learned the art of strategic possession management. They don't clean more efficiently. They have dramatically fewer items to clean around, move, and organize. Today, I'm going to share with you 15 game-changing decluttering strategies that will literally cut your cleaning time in half. And I'm not exaggerating. These aren't just organizational tips. They're life transformation techniques that have helped thousands of people reclaim their time, energy, and sanity. Before we dive in, do me a huge favor. If you're tired of spending your weekends cleaning instead of living, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell. I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll have the blueprint to never feel overwhelmed by housework again. And if you find even one of these techniques helpful, show some love with a like. It helps more people discover these life-changing strategies. Now, picture this reality. Drawers that glide open effortlessly without jamming, kitchen counters that are always ready for food preparation, closets where you can actually see and access everything you own, and surfaces that stay clear because everything has a designated home. This isn't a fantasy. It's the daily reality for people who understand what I'm about to teach you. Here's what most people get wrong about organization. They focus on finding better ways to store more stuff instead of questioning whether they need that stuff in the first place. They buy more organizers, more storage solutions, more containers, and wonder why their homes still feel chaotic and cleaning still takes forever. The revolutionary approach I'm sharing today flips this completely backwards. Instead of managing more possessions better, you'll learn to live with fewer possessions more intentionally. The result? Cleaning that feels effortless, organization that maintains itself, and dramatically more time for the activities and people you actually care about. Technique number 1, the 32 assessment protocol for duplicate items. Let's start with the most immediate game changer, the systematic elimination of redundant possessions that are secretly sabotaging your cleaning routine. Have you ever actually counted how many writing instruments are scattered throughout your living space? How many towels are consuming precious closet real estate? How many identical or nearly identical items are creating unnecessary work every single time you clean? The 32 assessment protocol will revolutionize how you handle duplicate possessions. This technique addresses the most pervasive problem in modern homes, the unconscious accumulation of multiple versions of the same item, creating exponential cleaning work without providing proportional value. Here's the exact process. Select one category of item, let's say pens, markers, or pencils. Collect every single one from throughout your entire home. Don't estimate, actually gather them all into one location. Now comes the critical 30-second evaluation. Test each item for functionality. Does it write smoothly? Is the ink flowing? Are there cracks, damage, or clear signs of deterioration? Apply this ruthless 30-second standard to everything. If an item doesn't perform its intended function perfectly, eliminate it immediately. No hesitation, no maybe I can fix it later, no emotional attachment to a broken tool. Expand this methodology to every category of duplicate items. Scissors that don't cut cleanly, utensils that are bent or tarnished, cleaning products that are mostly empty, towels that have lost their absorbency, hangers that are warped or broken. Consider this real-world example. You discover 18 writing instruments scattered throughout your home. After applying the 30-second assessment, you're left with 6 that actually function properly. This means the next time you clean, you have 12 fewer objects to organize, 12 fewer items cluttering surfaces, and you'll never again waste time searching for a pen that actually works. The cascading benefits are remarkable. Your cleaning time decreases immediately because fewer objects means fewer surfaces to clean around. Storage spaces become genuinely functional because they're not packed with broken or redundant items. Your home achieves visual clarity because unnecessary objects aren't creating background chaos. Most importantly, you develop heightened awareness of quality over quantity, preventing future accumulation of substandard items. Technique number 2. The 90-day quarantine system for uncertain decisions. Decision paralysis is the silent killer of effective decluttering. You hold an item, wrestle with whether to keep or donate it, feel overwhelmed by the choice, and ultimately keep it just to avoid making the wrong decision. This cycle perpetuates clutter and guarantees continued cleaning frustration. The 90-day quarantine system eliminates this paralysis by creating a safe testing environment for your decluttering decisions. Instead of making permanent choices under pressure, you create a trial period that reveals the true necessity of questionable items. The process is elegantly simple, yet incredibly powerful. Acquire a large, sturdy container, a plastic storage bin, cardboard box, or even a designated closet space. Gather all items you're uncertain about, decorative objects that might not suit your evolving taste, clothing that fits but rarely gets worn, books you might want to reference someday, kitchen gadgets that could theoretically be useful for special occasions. Place these questionable items in the quarantine container, seal it completely, write today's date prominently on the outside, and store it in an accessible but out-of-the-way location. For the next 90 days, continue your normal routine. Whenever you need something, check the quarantine container first before purchasing or borrowing. Here's the revelation. If 3 months pass without you opening that container even once, every single item inside is unnecessary in your current lifestyle. If you retrieve a few specific items during this period, those items have proven their value. Keep them and donate the rest. Imagine placing 25 items in quarantine and only needing 4 of them over 3 months. This proves that 21 items, 84% of what you were unsure about, were actually unnecessary weight in your home. The psychological benefits are profound. You feel confident making elimination decisions because you know they're not immediately irreversible. You discover which possessions are truly integrated into your daily life versus those you keep just in case. The practical benefits are equally impressive. Significant space liberation, dramatically reduced future cleaning work, and the satisfaction of making evidence-based decisions about your belongings. Technique number 3 is the 1-in, 2-out equilibrium strategy. After completing your initial decluttering, the greatest challenge becomes maintaining that liberated state. Most people work hard to organize their homes, then gradually slide back into accumulation patterns, eventually requiring another major reorganization effort. The 1-in, 2-out equilibrium strategy prevents the cycle by creating a sustainable system that actually decreases your total possessions over time rather than just preventing increase. The revolutionary principle: every time any new item enters your home, whether purchased, gifted, found, or inherited, you must remove 2 similar items before integrating the new arrival. This isn't a suggestion or a guideline, it's an absolute rule that transforms your relationship with acquisition. Purchase a new shirt? Donate 2 existing shirts before hanging up the new one. Receive a book as a gift? Select 2 books from your current collection for donation before shelving the new arrival. Acquire a new kitchen tool? Eliminate 2 kitchen items you rarely use before making space for the new addition. Consider this practical scenario. You buy a high-quality set of cookware. Before storing these new items, you must identify and remove 2 cooking-related possessions. These could be old pots, redundant utensils, or specialized gadgets that duplicate the function of your new cookware. Your kitchen ends up with fewer total items than before the purchase, not more. The long-term benefits are extraordinary. Your home never becomes cluttered again because your total possessions consistently decrease. You develop much more selective purchasing habits because you know every acquisition requires sacrificing two existing items. Your cleaning routine stays efficient because the total cleaning load continuously diminishes. You save money by becoming extremely discerning about what truly deserves space in your life. Your possessions stay current and well maintained because you're constantly updating and refreshing your belongings. If you're already seeing the power in these strategies, take just 2 seconds to hit that like button. It tells me you want more content like this, and it helps other people discover these techniques too. Now let's keep going with even more powerful methods. Technique number 4, the last use documentation method for clothing and accessories. Wardrobes represent one of the most significant sources of unnecessary cleaning work. Many people maintain clothing collections that are 40 to 60% larger than what they actually wear, creating enormous organizational overhead without providing lifestyle value. The last-use documentation method eliminates guesswork from wardrobe management by creating objective data about your actual wearing patterns versus your perceived clothing needs. Implement a tracking system for every piece of clothing and accessory. You can use small, removable tags with dates, reverse all hangers and only straighten them when you wear the item, or maintain a simple notebook log. The key is creating an accurate record of when each item was last worn. Establish a clear timeline. Any clothing item not worn within 12 months should be donated or sold, regardless of its condition, original cost, or theoretical usefulness. This rule accounts for seasonal variations while identifying items that have genuinely exited your lifestyle. Here's a revealing example. You own a blazer purchased 3 years ago for a special event. Since then, it's been worn exactly twice. When you apply last-use documentation, you discover it hasn't been worn in 14 months. Despite being beautiful and well-made, this blazer is consuming valuable closet space and creating organizational complexity without contributing to your actual wardrobe needs. The immediate benefits are substantial. Reduce decision fatigue when getting dressed because you only see clothes you actually wear. Faster laundry processing because you're washing fewer items more frequently. Simplified closet organization because everything visible is genuinely part of your rotation. And easier seasonal transitions because you're not managing clothes you never wear. The deeper benefit is psychological. Your wardrobe becomes a curated collection of items you love and use regularly, rather than a storage facility for clothes you might theoretically need someday. Technique number 5, the 5-minute daily document protocol. Paper accumulation is insidious because individual documents seem insignificant, but collectively they create overwhelming visual chaos and organizational complexity. Bills, manuals, warranties, medical documents, work papers, and miscellaneous paperwork pile up faster than most people can process them. The 5-minute daily document protocol prevents paper chaos by establishing a sustainable daily practice that keeps documentation manageable and organized. Set a daily timer for exactly 5 minutes. During this focused time period, process paper documents using 3 categories: discard, archive, or action required. Discard immediately. Paid bills older than 1 year, unless needed for tax purposes. Manuals for appliances you no longer own, expired warranties, obsolete work documents, used prescriptions, and any papers that have no current legal or practical relevance. Archive systematically. Important documents requiring long-term storage should be filed in a logical, easily accessible system. Tax documents, insurance papers, property records, and legal documents deserve proper organization and protection. Action required: bills to pay, forms to complete, appointments to schedule, or any documents requiring your response should be processed immediately or scheduled for a specific action. Practical implementation. On Monday, you spend 5 minutes eliminating expired coupons and old grocery lists. Tuesday, you file important medical documents and discard outdated prescriptions. Wednesday, you process pending bills and schedule payment. By maintaining this 5-minute daily commitment, you never face overwhelming paper backlogs again. The cumulative effect is remarkable. Elimination of stress caused by disorganized paperwork, ability to locate important documents quickly when needed, cleaner visual environment because papers aren't scattered throughout your home, and faster cleaning because you're not moving and organizing around unnecessary paper clutter. Technique 6. The conscious electronics curation method. Electronic devices and accessories multiply rapidly in modern homes, often accumulating in drawers and cabinets long after they've become obsolete or redundant. Old phones, mysterious chargers, excessive cables, dead batteries, and broken devices create significant clutter while providing no functional value. The conscious electronics curation method establishes clear criteria for maintaining only useful, functional electronic items while properly disposing of everything else. Apply this principle. For each category of electronic equipment, keep only items in perfect working condition that you use regularly. When you acquire new electronics, immediately dispose of, sell, or donate the items they replace, assuming they still function. For accessories like cables and chargers, maintain only one of each type you actually use, plus one backup. Everything else should be properly recycled or donated. Consider this common scenario. Your electronics drawer contains 3 old smartphones, 5 chargers of uncertain compatibility, 8 USB cables, 2 digital cameras you haven't used in years, and various other electronic debris. After applying conscious curation, you would retain your current phone, 1 backup phone if it functions well, 1 primary charger plus 1 spare, 2 useful cables of different types, and no cameras if your smartphone serves that function adequately. The space liberation is immediate and significant. Electronics consume substantial storage volume, so eliminating redundant items frees considerable space. You eliminate the frustration of searching for the correct charger or cable because you only keep items that are functional and necessary. Your home becomes safer by removing devices with potentially degraded batteries or other safety concerns. Cleaning becomes dramatically easier because you're not constantly moving and organizing around obsolete electronics every time you tidy drawers and shelves. Technique number 7, the 50% surface freedom rule. Surfaces constantly accumulate objects, transforming from functional spaces into permanent storage areas. Tables, counters, dressers, and shelves become repositories for keys, mail, decorations, temporary items, and miscellaneous objects, making these areas difficult to clean and use effectively. The 50% surface freedom rule creates a sustainable system for maintaining clean, functional surfaces throughout your home. Establish this non-negotiable standard. At least half of every horizontal surface must remain completely clear at all times. Your dining table, kitchen counters, dresser tops, coffee tables, and bathroom counters should have 50% or more open space consistently available. This rule forces intentionality about what deserves surface space and creates habits of putting items in their designated homes rather than allowing surfaces to become catch-all areas. Practical application. Your kitchen counter typically holds small appliances, mail, keys, and various temporary items. With the 50% rule, you must designate specific storage for mail, create a dedicated location for keys, and carefully consider which appliances truly deserve permanent counter space. At least half the counter remains clear for food preparation and easy cleaning. The transformational benefits include dramatically faster surface cleaning because you don't need to move objects every time you clean,
A more organized appearance because clear surfaces create visual calm and spaciousness. Consistently available workspace when you need it. Development of organizational habits because surfaces can no longer serve as permanent storage. And simplified daily maintenance because you're managing fewer objects on surfaces.
Technique number 8. The seasonal storage rotation system. Many household items serve specific seasonal or occasional purposes, but consume storage space year-round. Holiday decorations, seasonal clothing, sports equipment, and weather-specific items create organizational complexity without providing consistent value. The seasonal storage rotation system optimizes space utilization by storing occasional items strategically and keeping only current season necessities easily accessible. Categorize all possessions into 3 groups: daily use, accessible at all times; seasonal use, accessible only during relevant periods; and rare use, questionable necessity requiring evaluation. Daily use items maintain prime accessibility. Seasonal items should be stored in less convenient locations most of the year and rotated into accessible storage only when their season approaches. Items used rarely should be seriously questioned about whether they justify the space they consume. Example implementation: you live in a predominantly warm climate but own several heavy coats and winter blankets. These items would be stored in sealed containers or high shelves for 10 months annually, only moving to accessible closet space during the brief cold season. Christmas decorations, beach equipment, and specialized seasonal items follow the same rotation principle. The organizational benefits are substantial. Dramatically increased accessible storage space by keeping only currently relevant items available. Simplify daily organization because you only manage items that are part of your current lifestyle. Better condition preservation of seasonal items through proper storage. Increased awareness of possession necessity, leading to more thoughtful retention decisions. And faster year-round cleaning because you have fewer items to organize and maintain most of the time. Technique number 9. The 3-question sentimental item evaluation. Sentimental possessions create the most challenging decluttering decisions. Gifts we don't use but feel guilty discarding, travel souvenirs, photographs, letters, inherited items. These objects trigger emotional complexity that often prevents effective decluttering. The 3-question sentimental item evaluation provides a respectful, practical framework for making thoughtful decisions about emotionally significant possessions without dismissing the feelings involved. For each sentimental item, ask these specific questions. First, does viewing this object create positive feelings and genuine joy? Second, would I genuinely miss this item if it were no longer in my home? Third, does this object deserve the physical space it currently occupies given my current lifestyle and priorities? Only items receiving positive answers to all 3 questions should be retained. For items that fail this evaluation, create memory-preserving alternatives that don't require physical storage. Consider this example. You own a box containing letters from a previous relationship. Applying the 3-question evaluation, you realize these letters don't generate positive feelings when you see them. You wouldn't miss them in your daily life, and they're occupying valuable storage space. You could photograph 1 or 2 of the most significant letters to preserve important memories, then discard the physical collection. Similarly, you could possess numerous decorative gifts that don't match your current aesthetic preferences. You could retain only those you genuinely appreciate and find new homes for the others. The emotional benefits include freedom from obligation-based possession retention, keeping only items with positive significance in your current life, and reduced guilt because you're making conscious, thoughtful decisions rather than avoiding decisions entirely.
Practical benefits include significant space liberation because sentimental items often accumulate substantially over time, enhanced importance and care for the items you choose to keep because they were consciously selected, and easier cleaning because you're not maintaining and organizing around objects that don't contribute positively to your current life.
Technique number 10. The multifunction optimization method for household tools. Kitchens and utility areas often accumulate single-purpose tools and gadgets that consume valuable storage space while providing limited functionality. Specialized appliances, single-use utensils, and novelty gadgets seem useful at purchase, but rarely justify their storage demands. The multifunction optimization method prioritizes versatile tools that serve multiple purposes while eliminating items with very limited applications. Evaluate each tool and appliance considering functionality range and usage frequency. Items serving only one specific function and used infrequently should be questioned. Always prefer tools capable of multiple tasks. For instance, a high-quality chef's knife can chop, slice, dice, and mince, replacing numerous specialized cutting gadgets. A cast iron skillet can sauté, fry, bake, and serve as a mixing bowl, providing more versatility than several single-purpose appliances. Practical example: your kitchen contains a garlic press, egg slicer, quesadilla maker, olive pit remover, and herb chopping gadget. Applying multifunction optimization, you would discover that a quality knife and cutting board can perform all these functions effectively while occupying less storage space and providing greater versatility. The benefits are extraordinary. Substantial storage space liberation by eliminating numerous small, specialized tools, increased kitchen functionality because you become proficient with versatile tools you understand well, faster cleaning because you have fewer items to wash and store after cooking, financial savings by avoiding specialized gadgets and investing in quality multipurpose tools, and enhanced culinary skills because you learn to use fundamental tools creatively and efficiently. Technique number 11. The pre-purchase decision matrix. Preventing unnecessary items from entering your home is crucial for maintaining the organized state you've achieved. Many people invest significant effort in decluttering, then continue making impulsive purchases that recreate the original problem. The pre-purchase decision matrix establishes objective criteria for evaluating potential acquisitions before they become organizational burdens. Before making any non-essential purchase, answer these 3 questions. Do I already possess something that serves this function adequately? Where specifically will I store this item in my home? Am I willing to eliminate something I currently own to accommodate this new item? If any answer is negative or uncertain, delay the purchase for 1 week to allow reflection and evaluation. Practical scenario: you encounter an attractive drawer organizer while shopping. Apply the decision matrix. Do I have adequate drawer organization already? Yes, you use small boxes effectively. Where will I store this organizer? Your drawers are already well organized and don't need additional organizers. Am I willing to discard current organizers? No, because your current system works well. Conclusion: this purchase is unnecessary. The benefits are both financial and organizational. Significant money savings by avoiding impulse purchases and buying only genuinely needed items. Maintenance of your achieved organization level because you're not constantly introducing unnecessary objects. Increased awareness of consumption patterns, leading to more thoughtful purchasing decisions. And sustained, easy cleaning because you're not constantly accommodating new items requiring organization and maintenance. Technique number 12. The community sharing network for occasional items. Certain items are needed occasionally but don't justify permanent storage space in your home. Power tools for infrequent projects, party equipment, specialized cooking utensils, camping gear for occasional outdoor activities, and seasonal equipment. The community sharing network creates access to these items when needed without requiring personal ownership and storage. Identify friends, family members, and neighbors who own items you occasionally need and establish reciprocal sharing arrangements. Create clear agreements about borrowing periods, care responsibilities, and damage protocols. Example: you own a drill used 3 times annually while your neighbor has a power saw you occasionally need. Establish mutual borrowing privileges. You provide drill access when he needs it, and he shares saw access when you have projects requiring it. Both parties save storage space while gaining access to more tools. This principle extends to baking equipment, gardening tools, specialized sporting goods, and formal occasion clothing. The advantages are multiple. Significant storage space liberation by retaining only frequently used items. Financial savings by avoiding purchases of rarely needed items. Strengthen community relationships through mutual support networks. Access to a broader range of tools and equipment than individual ownership would allow. And simplified cleaning and organization because you maintain fewer items requiring storage and care.
Technique number 13, the digital memory preservation system. Many people retain physical items primarily to preserve memories: concert tickets, travel brochures, postcards, children's artwork, old projects, meaningful magazines, and various sentimental papers. These items consume substantial physical space while serving primarily as memory triggers. The digital memory preservation system allows retention of these memories without requiring physical storage space. Photograph all memory-based items using high-resolution settings with good lighting. Organize digital images in clearly labeled folders with descriptive file names. For important documents, create cloud-based backups for security. For three-dimensional objects, capture multiple angles to preserve complete visual information. After creating quality digital records, you can confidently dispose of physical items knowing the memories are permanently preserved and easily accessible. Consider this scenario. You maintain a box containing travel postcards, event tickets, restaurant menus, and small souvenirs collected over years of experiences. These items fill significant storage space, but are viewed perhaps once annually. Using digital preservation, you would photograph each item with clear lighting, organize them in a travel memories folder with dates and locations, then dispose of the physical collection. Whenever you want to reminisce, the memories are instantly accessible on your phone or computer. The advantages are impressive. Substantial physical space liberation while maintaining complete memory access. Superior organization because digital files can be categorized, labeled, and searched easily. Enhanced sharing capabilities because you can instantly share memories with others. Increased memory security because digital backups don't deteriorate, get lost during moves, or suffer physical damage. And convenient access to all memories anytime, anywhere, directly from your mobile device. Technique number 14, the strategic furniture optimization principle. Large furniture pieces often contribute significantly to homes feeling cluttered and difficult to clean effectively. Oversized bookcases, unnecessary tables, excessive seating, poorly sized storage units, and space-consuming furniture that doesn't serve your current lifestyle create both organizational and cleaning challenges. The strategic furniture optimization principle evaluates whether each major furniture piece truly deserves the space it occupies and provides guidance for making strategic replacements that enhance both space utilization
and functionality. Analyze each large furniture piece considering three factors: frequency of use, space efficiency relative to function provided, and cleaning accessibility around the item. Furniture used rarely, consuming excessive space for limited function, or creating difficult cleaning conditions should be reconsidered. Consider replacements with smaller items serving the same function, multifunctional furniture providing greater utility, or simply eliminating redundant pieces entirely. Example, your living room features a large coffee table, rarely used for surface space, but consuming central floor area and complicating cleaning around it. Strategic optimization might suggest replacing it with two smaller side tables, providing equivalent function, while creating more open floor space and easier furniture navigation during cleaning. Another example, two small bookcases could be replaced with one vertical unit, consuming less floor space while providing equivalent storage. The benefits transform entire home dynamics: substantial usable space creation, making rooms feel larger, more comfortable, dramatically easier cleaning because you avoid constantly maneuvering around large, heavy furniture, improved visual organization and spaciousness even without increasing square footage, financial savings through strategic replacement rather than furniture accumulation, and enhanced room functionality because retained furniture truly serves your specific spatial needs. Technique number 15, the weekly maintenance protocol for long-term success. After implementing all decluttering techniques, the greatest challenge becomes maintaining achieved results long-term. Many people complete major organizational projects, but gradually return to previous accumulation patterns, eventually requiring another complete reorganization. The weekly maintenance protocol ensures your home remains permanently organized with minimal ongoing effort. Dedicate exactly 15 minutes each week to assessing whether clutter is beginning to reaccumulate. Choose a consistent day and time for this evaluation. Walk through your home specifically looking for signs of organizational regression. Objects returning to surfaces, storage areas becoming cramped, or any spaces reverting to previous cluttered states. When you identify these warning signs, immediately apply appropriate techniques to address the problem before it escalates. Practical implementation. Every Sunday evening, spend 15 minutes evaluating your organizational systems. Week 1, you notice mail accumulating on the kitchen table. Immediately apply the 50% surface freedom rule to restore proper organization. Week 2, you observe a drawer becoming overcrowded with new items. Use the 5-minute document protocol to decide what to retain and what to eliminate. Through consistent 15-minute weekly maintenance, you prevent major reorganization needs. The long-term benefits permanently transform your relationship with home organization. You never return to previous disorganized states because small problems are resolved before becoming major issues. Maintaining 15 minutes weekly is significantly easier than reorganizing everything months later. You develop constant organizational awareness, naturally becoming more organized in daily habits. Your cleaning remains perpetually efficient because your home never becomes overwhelming again. And you experience continuous satisfaction from living in an organized environment, motivating sustained positive habits. Your complete transformation action plan. You now possess 15 revolutionary techniques that can genuinely cut your cleaning time in half while transforming your entire relationship with your living space. These aren't theoretical concepts. They're proven methodologies that have transformed thousands of homes worldwide. The key to success is gradual implementation. Begin with a technique that resonates most strongly with your current situation. Whether it's the 30-second assessment protocol for duplicates, the 90-day quarantine system for difficult decisions, or any other method that addresses your specific challenges.
Remember, effective decluttering isn't about deprivation or living with less out of sacrifice. It's about living better with intention, surrounding yourself only with possessions that genuinely serve your current lifestyle and values. Every item you remove represents less cleaning, organizing, and maintenance work, and more time for the activities and relationships that actually matter to you. The transformation begins today. Select one technique from this comprehensive guide and implement it immediately. It could be gathering all duplicate pens for the 30-second functionality test, setting up your first quarantine box for uncertain decisions, or establishing the 50% surface freedom rule in your kitchen. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now and hit that notification bell so you never miss strategies that can transform your home into an organized, efficiently maintained sanctuary. And please, take just 1 second to hit the like button if you found value in these techniques. It helps more people discover these life-changing methods. Tell me in the comments, which of these 15 techniques will you implement first? Which strategy surprised you most? I read every comment and love hearing how these methods are working in your real life. Your organized, efficiently maintained home is waiting. The time to begin is now.